Module 3 Internet Layer and Transport Layer. My name is Vikram Saini and welcome to my course. Devices sends network packets for the communication, but what actually packet contains? In TCP IP protocol suite, the Internet Layer and Transport Layer are two most important layers which tell the SOC analyst about the source and destination device IP addresses, the port used in the communication, state of the communication, and other important details which can be useful to confirm various information like if connection was successfully made to the destination machine or not, or if someone is spoofing your IP address or not. And it has a lot of other details which you will learn in the next lectures. Generally, security products like firewall, IDS, IPS, WAF performs checks on the network packet which passes through it, and based on the defined rules in the devices, it blocks the malicious packets or allows it based on the defined rules. But how it works? Let's understand that. In this picture, we have an attacker, firewall and IPS. The firewall has its own database for blocking and allowing the network packets, and IPS also has its own database for blocking the malicious packets. And also note, the firewall has only one allow list in the database to allow only two types of packets, and it has two types of block list. The first block list is blocking the packet explicitly, and the second block list is blocking everything. Now, the IPS is blocking packets based on the specific patterns and allowing everything. But on what rules basis these products are blocking the packets, you will learn later. Now, when the attacker sends a packet, the packet reaches the firewall. Firewall starts searching in the database and has found a match. And based on the match found, it has action defined in the database. Now the firewall drops the network packets. In second case, the attacker sends some packet. Firewall searches in the database and has found a match for allowing the packets. Further, this packet passes through the firewall and reaches the IPS. Then IPS didn't find any match, so it allows the packet to pass through it. In third case, when an attacker sends a packets, the firewall performs the checks and has found a match to allow these packets, but IPS now has found a match in the database for a malicious content and block it there only. Let's take one more example. In this picture, we have a small network protecting a target with a firewall and IPS. And another machine on the internet sends a packet to the firewall, but the firewall already has the rule to block the traffic from source IP address 1.1.1.1, and firewall has found a match and drop it there. Further, attacker changes the IP address and sends a packet to the firewall. Now firewall will allow the packet, but IPS will detect the malicious packet based on the content in the application layer and block it there only. This is a simple example to show how security products use the values or information in the network packets to block or allow the network packets. You will learn more about the header and details present in these layers in the upcoming lectures. What is the internet layer and IP header? What are the IP header fields? What is the transport layer and TCP header? What are the transport header fields? What are the common attacks performed with transport layer? In some cases, when a security product fails to detect malicious packets, when manual investigation is required to build a rule based on the content, the network packets can be further analyzed by an analyst or by SOC analyst to detect and blocking or building the rule for prevention by SOC team. So, it is really important to understand each header and information available in these layers. In the case when there will be requirement of manual investigation of network packets, a SOC analyst can further check the network packets and can detect the malicious and suspicious activities. Thank you once again for enrolling in the course.